Welcome, Black Kings and Queens, to Black Mind Chronicles. I'm your host, Chase Jackson. This podcast is a journey into the questions, stories, and mindsets of Black men and women on the topic of mental health and mental illness. We all often talk about so many things, but the one thing that matters, our own well being. So let's start that conversation. In today's show, we're going to discuss Christmas blues and blessings. Are we still thankful after Thanksgiving? Why do we have woes around the holiday? We're going to state our blessings and then we're going to discuss the meaning of Christmas. My guest for this show is Sisters with Voices, and I have on Nitishia Freeman-Booker. Nitishia was born and raised in Austin, Texas. She studied at the University of Texas in Arlington, receiving a BA in psychology. She is committed to helping individuals and teams achieve and maintain a work life balance and success. She supports this mission through her intimate and transparent coaching approach in one on one, group, or large conference settings. Her experience includes 12 years of training and staff development and 5 years of human resource recruiting, onboarding, and compliance training. After 17 years in the nonprofit sector and 5 years in compliance and auditing, her creativity could no longer be suppressed, which sparked the launch of her Creative Ideas business. This business allowed her to express herself as an American contemporary creative writer and painter working with acrylic paint, mixed media, using Dutch pouring technique, adding a unique twist that includes pieces that create conversations and provides an African American representation in modern artworks. Together with Kendria Taylor, they have created an insightful and thought provoking podcast called Sisters with Voices. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome my guests. Okay, then. Well, Nitishia, Kendria, Sisters with Voices, thank you for joining Black Mind Chronicles this evening.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So, look, I know this was, like I said, short notice, but I know you could have been anywhere else, but I'm glad you're on the show. I wanted to bring you on because, one, I like your podcast, love what you two are doing. Today's topic and discussion is around Christmas, the holidays, holiday feelings, the blues, the woes, whatever you want to call them. Just is Christmas is a holiday? Are they blessings or is it the blues for you? Just let's discuss why individuals have certain attitudes about the holidays.
hmm
Okay. So can I jump in first,
Go
Natisha?
ahead. Go ahead.
Sure.
Okay. All right, Chase. So let me just jump in
Okay.
and just really quick. Before the show started, we were talking about me going home for the holidays, which is Kansas, and everyone on our podcast knows that I'm from the Midwest. So it's it's a mixture of both for a lot of people, right? For me, there are some woes because we've lost loved ones and things like that, but I think for me it's the importance of the family that you have with you right now, right?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna tell something, a quick story, really funny. Me and my sisters, there's nine of us, there's two boys, seven girls. Okay, one year, we exchanged gifts. One year my sister Anita gave everybody store credits. Just I went to Walmart, took some stuff back. They gave me $5.70 in the store credit. Here you go. Merry Christmas.
Oh,
I
wow.
went to JC Penney. They gave me $7.90. Here you go. Merry Christmas. To me, it was hilarious. So we just try to make the best of whatever woes there might be, whatever joys they might be. And that was probably the funniest Christmas gift I've ever received.
Store credit. I like
Store credits. We got store credit. This year we exchanging looks. That's it.
that.
That's it.
That's good. your, your gift is me being here. Your gift is me being here right now. I like
Exactly.
it.
So
Okay.
we make it fun.
All
We
right.
make it fun.
Yeah. See, I like that. And I like to hear different people's traditions, if you have them, or just how you handle the holidays. So it's different for everybody.
Absolutely.
All right, Natisha,
Well,
anything?
yeah, I mean, I have to say that Christmas is probably my favorite holiday. I just love the season of giving.
Mhm.
Kendria knows, whenever we get together, when we have our girls' brunch, I'm always trying to like find something cute and creative that I can give the girls that doesn't have to cost a lot. Most of the time I'm making it myself. So I just enjoy that. So it's not really the blues, but I do have family members that are no longer with us. And that can be a little sad when you think about like, oh, like, man, you're doing something, going to see Christmas lights, or we just sit around and talk about like what we did. Oh, you remember that one year when we did X, Y, and Z? And it's like, oh, I wish my brother was here. I wish my grandmother was here. It was so funny. And then talk about that. So that is, it can make you sad, but I tend to think about it in the fact of like, at least I have those memories. At least I can think about it. At least I have people who can relate. I can call my cousins and be like, y'all remember that one Christmas when grandma wouldn't let us in the house? We was outside, just something hilarious. And so I try not to think about it as the sad part, but just like the memories and think about the positive parts of it.
Right. No, that's fair. And for me, it's definitely, I guess, the blessing for me. So I love family. Family is big for me. So anytime I get to see those who are still with us, it's just, I guess, a light of my world too. So I still get to see my family. Know that tomorrow's not promised. So just enjoy what we have
Right.
today.
Right.
So that's what I keep.
I also think
Mhm.
because Kendria and I both have similar counseling and psych backgrounds, that I think
Mhm.
we tend to not take life for granted and think about like, okay, yeah, this sucks in the moment, but
Mhm.
I'm blessed to be able to go through it, or what can I learn from it? So, which is one of the reasons why we are close friends, is because we have a similar outlook on like, yes, you can be in a low, you can, no one's saying no one gets depressed, no one's saying that you can't be sad, but when you're in it, be in it, and then figure out how to get out of it, and then learn from that experience. And both of us are like, man, last week, ooh, it was rough, but today I'm alive, I'm kicking.
Yeah.
I get to go and have me a glass of wine or this or that. And so I think that because of our backgrounds and we know how bad it can get, we really work on making sure that you see the positive side of things.
Right. Right. And like that's why this section was titled "Are we still thankful after Thanksgiving?"
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah. Right.
mhm.
Yeah.
I
Are we
saw
still
that.
thankful?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh,
I
go
saw
ahead. Go
that.
ahead.
I saw that question and I was like, that's a weird question. But I think it's because of what I said. I'm not thankful because of Thanksgiving. I'm thankful every day.
Mhm.
And Thanksgiving is just a Sunday dinner 2.0.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's the way I see it. It's not like I'm not thankful any other day and I won't be thankful afterwards. It's just like, okay, well, instead of Sunday dinner with just a roast and a side, we're having a
Mhm.
big feast, and we are coming together, but it's really not that much different than our every Sunday dinners, except more
Mhm.
and a little bit more shopping.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess for me, I'm thankful. And then we get 14-degree weather.
Mhm.
And I'm like, Lord, why have thou forsaken thee?
Right.
And I'm driving into -6-degree weather tomorrow.
Mhm.
No, I'm
Mhm.
joking. I so just yesterday I had a leak under the sink. I had a leak on the side of the house, and then my dryer stopped. Right. And I had just spent money getting the leak fixed. And then last night my dryer stopped. And I literally went to my room and I said, it's just a reminder, right? These little things happen. They're just a reminder. And I said, God, thank you right now, because you're about to give me a real crazy 2023. And I'm so excited for the crazy blessings that you're going to
Mhm.
give me. So whatever these little things are happening right now, I appreciate your preparation.
Yes,
And I
ma'am.
honestly
Amen.
said that to myself. I appreciate your preparation. It is hard to be I mean, let's just be honest. It's hard to be thankful sometimes. It's hard to be thankful sometimes. I'm gonna be very honest. It's hard to be grateful. So we have to practice that. You know, you cut me off in traffic, I'm done again. You know, I'm done again. Then I gotta start over. Then I gotta start over. And we all do. So let's just be real. Then we gotta start over.
You're not alone.
So going back to what Nitishia said, Thanksgiving is just a reminder to be thankful. But I have to give myself, God gives us reminders all the time. You know, your washer still work. Now get somewhere and sit down.
Right.
But that's exactly my point for naming the section the way I did. Are we still thankful after Thanksgiving? Because a lot of us, some will lose sight, and some aren't, or I say, need a reminder of the reason of Christmas, the true meaning of Christmas. Truly is thankful to be, like we said, just with those that we care about, but also doing something for somebody else other than yourself. But we'll get into all that. Let me bring in Terry so he can give his sentiments on the holiday, how it makes him feel. That's what we have on Terry Odom. So Terry, give us your DJ name.
It's Terry the DJ.
Terry the DJ. Excuse me, Terry the DJ. Terry was on a previous episode with myself and Gary Odom. Gary Lazard Jr., excuse me. But the episode blew up, and I'm close to these guys. I know I've known his cousin for a long time. But Terry, thank you for hopping on. Go ahead and give your sentiments. So Christmas, is it blues or blessings for you? And what's your sentiments around the holiday?
As of late, it's been a little bit more bluesy. Reason why I say I'm bluesy is because sharing finances is a little more difficult, and then and then trying to plan out sometimes work out, other times it not. I have not spent a Christmas with my family since I have been married. We have done a couple Thanksgivings, but I would love to, take my daughter and my wife to come see what it's like to have a Christmas with my family.
All right. Nitishia, Kendria, anything on that?
Yes. Terry, so much. Okay. Hi, Terry. I'm Kendria, by the way. Okay, Terry.
Hey, nice to meet you.
I was telling Chase, Nitishia knows I have a big family. There's 9 of us, right? I go home every year for Christmas. I'm not from the Texas area where I live now. I go home every year. My mother's 85 years old, or will be 85 years old. I'm going home every year. When I was married, I told my husband, hey, we're going home to Kansas every year. And he said, what if we have children? I said, they're going home. What if I want my family to say, well, I'm going home to see my family and the kids can stay with you, but I'm going to see my mama. So I was so adamant about that, that I ended up marrying someone from Kansas City, Missouri, which is like 15 minutes from Kansas City, Kansas. So we could go home together for Christmas. Now, I know that's not ideal for everyone. Doesn't always happen that way. But I was so adamant. So I can understand like your blues. Like, so when are you going to make that happen? Is it going to be next year? You going to prep them this year? Like next year we're going to this place for the holidays?
That is the goal. So for our anniversary, we're going to go to a certain city. I'm not sure I can say it, but
okay.
So we're going to go to that for the first time together and enjoy it. Definitely planning out more trips, more traveling together, spending more time together. But most definitely want to talk about doing something totally different for the holidays.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Definitely do that. Do that. See your family. Do whatever you need to do. That's a time to go see your family, right? To spend time with people you haven't seen in a while. And if you're missing them, make that happen.
Yeah. I understand about the family and also kids getting older because my son isn't a kid anymore and doesn't believe in Santa Claus. And, I still wake up and I'm like, come on, let's open the presents. And if I let him, he'll sleep till noon, and that just will ruin my whole day. So
Oh,
we have to have an agreement that, you got to get up at least by 9 o'clock. And then we open presents at our house. And then we go have breakfast or brunch at my parents' house so we can open presents over there. And then he can go to his friends and do whatever. And then I'm back for dinner. So, you have to compromise. But it's
of
hard when
course.
they get older because, you know, kind of takes the fun out of Christmas.
I know.
All right. Well, Terry, once again, thank you for jumping on. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but that's exactly what we needed. Just another perspective, other views on, let's say, just Christmas and sentiments around the holidays. Because for everybody, it's not, rainbows and sunshine for everybody, and it's different strokes for different folks, but some people need to hear that. So you're not the
Oh yeah,
only one.
especially when you're dealing with another family. It's
Yeah.
Exactly
very
right.
challenging.
You're
Yeah.
very, very true. 100%, sir.
Absolutely.
But Terry, I have to let you go now. We got to wrap up the rest of the show. But once again, thank you again, brother, for coming on and giving your story.
Thank you for the invite. This has really been fun in a short time. And thank y'all too for letting me join in.
Nice to meet you, Terry.
Nice to meet you, Terry.
You too. Y'all continue to have fun.
All right, Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. See y'all too. Can't wait to see y'all again. Hope we can share some stuff after Christmas.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. All right. Well, man, stories. Thank y'all for that.
Absolutely.
All
That's
right.
that's
So,
fun. It's interesting.
yes.
Yes.
Very much so.
But that's always why I can say why I'm glad to have other people call in or join the show just to get different perspectives, because you never know what you're going to hear or who needs to hear it. I'll say that.
Yeah. Yeah. So Chase,
right.
I know you have some more questions lined up, but really quick,
Yes.
and maybe we'll get into this. So if I'm jumping ahead, let me know. You are
Okay.
engaged, so I know there's going to be some new traditions for you. So you can talk about that however you see. Maybe we're going to talk about that a little bit later, but I'm interested in what traditions you're going to come up with.
Ooh, so look, that is a good question. It's all new. So for me, of course, we'll do it together. I said that we'll do it together. So me, I'm very family center oriented. As is she. So it's us really working out, as some couples do. Do we go spend Christmas back home with my folks and Thanksgiving with yours, or vice versa? Just keep it rotated. That stuff we still have to work out.
Yeah.
Because I come from the bigger family at that. So like most of my family is back in East Texas, where her family is really Mississippi and like I said, a few here in Texas. So, but that's all new to me. So we have to work that out.
Yeah. You got to navigate those waters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man.
It's
Look,
difficult.
mhm. It is, but look, it's fun discovering one another, and just seeing the different dynamics of family and what you've done differently, what you think is the most simple thing in the world, but it comes across as something completely different to somebody else. Like
Right.
the whole
Yes.
meshing two families together. So it is different, 100%.
Absolutely.
Well,
But
my advice to you would be
Mhm.
compromise. Just make
Mhm.
sure you guys compromise.
Look, I'm learning all that together: compromise, communication, all of it, all of
Yeah.
it, all of it.
Yes.
But man, it's been an adventure, but I love it every step of the way. Like good times, bad days, just take it all in stride.
Awesome.
Good.
Mhm.
That is awesome. That's a great perspective.
Yeah.
Great perspective.
And
I
look, we
love it all. Good, bad, ugly. I love it all.
mhm.
So
We keep praying along the way.
Mm-hmm.
and pray along the way. Don't you go get no store credits though for the holidays. That's all don't do that, Chase.
I think I got something a little bit better than store credits this year.
And let me tell you, household appliances are not good Christmas gifts for your
You know,
wife.
No. No.
So
I didn't get
even
that.
if she says she really wants a vacuum,
Mhm. Yeah, see, I would never do that because I don't want to tell other
don't
people
buy
that, hey,
her a
I got her a
vacuum for
vacuum.
Christmas.
Yeah.
No.
You can buy
um,
the vacuum,
oh,
but
that's
then wrap a diamond bracelet around it.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
But don't just give her a vacuum, a robe, some pots, none of that.
Nitishia,
A, a
you sound like
grand
the
coffee
Sistas
maker, a
first.
cappuccino machine, that's different if she loves coffee.
Mhm.
But nothing to clean up after
Mhm.
you is a good Christmas gift. Just,
Notes taken.
just saying.
Notes taken. That's funny.
And Chase,
Okay.
I hope you sense the realness
Mhm.
in this example.
I'm speaking from example,
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
and
ma'am.
that's why he is now my ex.
Oh no.
Because like, we have a good relationship now,
Do
but
not at him. Do not at
now
him.
we do.
So let's get to how to fix the bad vibes. I'm always go towards Psychology Today. It's the website just for anything psychology and mental illness, mental health. I always try to reference some type of or cite some sources that I can, credible sources that I can. But they talk about how to fix the bad vibes around the holidays. So their few points are one, to talk to somebody verbally and not by texting. I'm definitely a big proponent of that. So you can't get all your emotions through a text. You know, it's different when you hear somebody's voice.
Right.
I'll just read through these and then we can go back and talk through them. So B is to get out of the house. Next is to reread greeting cards. That one's new to me. Next is get some exercise. Next is look forward, not backward. And then the last is to slide out of the holidays. So that's that means don't watch that Christmas special, but maybe take a trip instead. Um, then the last I actually added on is do something for somebody else once again.
Mhm.
So
Oh.
any notes around that?
Uh, for
Go ahead.
me, two things. Yeah, I have trouble leaving the house sometimes because I've made my house so comfortable for me. I've made my patio so comfortable for me.
Mhm.
But I do enjoy having people over and having that camaraderie because I do believe in high vibrations.
Mhm.
So the two things that I will say that I take from that I'm currently doing, which I love that that's one of them. I don't necessarily reread greeting cards, but I've started this ritual. And you know how you send an email or you write a card or whatever, and then there you have a like a greeting at the bottom, best wishes, best regards, something like that. But most people will, especially in an email, will put that into their signature where it's already there. You don't have to write it in. So I've removed with gratitude out of my signature and I write it in every single email
Hmm.
because it reminds me. And it's so funny how it works. So anytime I'm writing a letter, and I just wrote some handwritten thank you letters with gratitude. So I'm starting to do that. That is my thing for 2023, and I hope that it lasts beyond that, to make sure that I write with gratitude, because as sure as I'm writing that note, I'm able to breathe and write and see and hear, and I'm grateful for that.
Hmm.
So today we had trash pickup, and it's 14 degrees in Dallas Fort Worth today, and it is cold, and here's these guys on the
Yes.
back of the truck, and they're picking up trash at that. And so I went to the grocery store this morning. I got cash. I stuffed them in some envelopes, and I made sure I was looking out the window when they're coming down the street, and I made sure that I gave them each an envelope with money in it. And I said, hey, lunch is on me, dinner's on me, whatever it is, it's on me. Thank you for, for what you do, because if you didn't do it, this my yard would look crazy, right?
Right,
We'd have
right.
trash everywhere. So I appreciate you and I'm grateful for what you do. And they were like, Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And so I tell myself I'm not just gonna do that around Christmas. I'm gonna do that again probably in the spring.
I
You
like
know,
that.
when people are spring cleaning, thank you, because I
Mhm.
know spring cleaning is crazy and you get all this stuff. So do something for someone else. That's important to me. And I think my parents instill that into me anyway. So that's always something that gives me higher vibrations.
I like it. I like
I
it.
love that. I love that. And one thing, Kendria, you can do for me is get me another one of those cocoa balls.
A cocoa bombs.
Yes, because it was delicious.
I will do
That
that.
was a sidebar. Sorry, Chase. You know, I agree with a lot of those, but there's a part of me, and I think it has to do a lot with the fact that I studied psychology, is that
Mhm.
when you're in a dark place, doing those 5 or 6 things that you said, that's not going to bring you out. What you have to do is really be honest with yourself in the start. Okay. I know that coming into Christmas makes me feel a certain way. So prior to the holidays, I need to go see my friend. When I'm feeling low, I can call Kendria and say, I just need let's meet up for happy hour. Or what do we mean? I just need it. You need to have people in your life. You need to have things in your life that can you prior to the holidays. When you are already low and in it, you can try those things, but it's probably going to be a temporary fix. Prepare yourself ahead of time. I'm talking October. Okay, the holidays are coming. I tend to get depressed. I don't want to leave my house. I don't want to this. Let me call my friends. And the older you get, the more you have to schedule hangout time because you just old. Like Kendria said, you don't want to get out the house. Let me schedule this. Let me make sure that my friends know I need to meet somebody in October. I need to meet someone in November because I might be by myself for Thanksgiving. I need to be around my friends in, December a couple of times. I need to not read the Christmas cards because it's going to make me sad, because that was the first thing I thought was like, I go back and read Christmas cards and then we'll be like, I got 12 Christmas cards last year and I got 2 this year. Does that mean nobody loves me? Like that's my mind. I'm not saying
So,
that's everyone,
so
but
what about the introverts then? So for those who, I'm not going to say don't have friends, but those who are
see,
really
yes.
just more secluded.
Introverts have friends who accept them for introverts,
Mhm.
which means that as an introvert, so people stigmatize introverts is that they don't want to be around people, and that's not true. An introvert doesn't want to be around strangers, but an introvert may love to go to their friend's house and sit on the sofa. And if it's a true friend, that friend doesn't mess with them. They give them a blanket, let them curl up on the sofa. Life is going on. They're cooking and cleaning, and they allow that introvert to be themselves within that space, not be alone. That's the meaning of a true friendship. Yes, you can be an introvert. That doesn't mean that you don't want to be around people. That means you are set in your little bubble and you like things a certain way. And a true friend will be like, I can come over Kendria's house and say, I don't want nothing. I'm going to sit in your office on that sofa right behind her. And I just want to sit here. And she'll be like, okay, she probably will leave me. And I'm okay with that because I just needed to get out of this environment and be in a different environment. And birds, that makes you happy. Like, oh my gosh, I spent the whole day looking at her Christmas tree and I didn't have to talk to her, but I wasn't in my house. Every once in a while, she threw me a bottle of water, threw me some food in there, and left me alone. And that was the best day ever. Like, that's what a true friend is. And that's what I mean by like, set yourself up for success instead of now that I'm depressed, now I'm going to call someone. Well, you ain't called me since October. I'm busy. And that's going to make you even more depressed because, well, nobody wants to hang out with me. Well, no, you got to know ahead of time. Like, I know how I get during the holidays. Let me set some things up so that I am happy. If reading greeting cards makes you happy, then do that. If Skyping with, or, find the things that you like to do, find the people you like to be around, but start that early so that you are not on a spiral trying to dig yourself out. Try to at least be level. I'm not saying you're going to be the happiest in the world, because when you're in the blues, you're in the blues. But you don't want to be on your own. You want to be like, okay, I feel it coming on, not in a good place, but I'm going to
just start coping early, right?
Yes.
Just start developing those coping mechanisms earlier.
Yeah. Exactly.
I like that. Preparation is key.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like it. All right, so let's skip on down. We got about less than 20 minutes left. So let's go through state your blessings, and then we'll go through the meaning of Christmas. So as far as state your blessings, just what are we grateful for? What are we still thankful for after Thanksgiving? And as we keep repeating, at least for myself, it's truly our loved ones are my loved ones. So my fiance, my mom, my dad, my sister, my granny, who's every bit of 89 now.
Yeah, granny.
So she's still with us. And still will call me if I go to town and not tell her I'm in town. She will find out that I was in town. So,
Okay.
But family foremost, friends, loved ones, just health itself, the job that I have, and meeting great coworkers as well. So, but just all around, I have lots that I'm grateful for.
That and it seems like your gratefulness is centered around relationships, and that's so important. And sometimes we take our relationships for granted because they are there, just around us. So you will be so successful in your marriage if you continue to have that perspective on just being grateful for relationships. Um, I think for me, I'm grateful for my family. I'm always grateful for my family. They are. I'm so close with them. I'm grateful for the friendship that Nitishia and I have, because has been over. It's honestly almost been. It'll be 20 years. It'll be 20 years this year, coming year. That we've been friends, and as adults, you don't really meet friends like that. When you're already adults, you kind of have your set people. And she's definitely one of my very best and dear friends. So I'm grateful for that. But at the same time, I went into business full time this year for myself. And I'm so grateful that I made that decision. I'm grateful for the people that have supported me, allowing me to come on, podcasts and things like that, and just shouting me out and sharing my wins. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people feel like they can't share their wins because it's like, let me just step back for a second, because this person may not be winning. It may not be their season to win like I'm winning, and my friends and family don't say anything. They just keep going, because it's not glamorous. Owning your own business is not glamorous. It might look like it, but it's not. So I'm grateful that I made that decision. I'm grateful that I'm sustaining. I'm grateful that I have my health. I wake up thankful for my health every morning, because if I didn't go to work and do what I did and do what I do for my business doesn't make money. So
while you're at it, Kendria, go ahead and shout out your business as well.
Okay, so my business is called TG8 Solutions Insights, and it is a training and consulting company. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let's see. Oh, it's too bright. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So these are chargers I got for my clients this year, phone chargers. It's TG8 Solutions Insight, and And you can find it at actually tg8solutions.com. And it's a training and development company. So I go into corporate education companies, anywhere. Military. My clients are all across the country, and I train on professionalism, communication, collaboration, how to navigate conflict, all through an empathetic lens. So that is the premise of what I do.
All right, I'm going to share your website real
Oh,
quick.
look at you.
So go ahead and
I
just
love
take us through it then.
Look at that.
I love it. So yes, this is my website. You can meet me. Actually, my graphic designer is actually working on my website right now. So this is my website. Those are my colors. Turquoise is my favorite color. It's when we think about vibration, turquoise is that vibration. So part of the unique thing about my business, Chase, is that it is fun. I do trainings that are fun. I want to make training feel like recess. I'm the unconventional trainer that people want to come back to. So this is me. So my website tells a little bit about me and who I am, how I got started, where I came from as far as training, and what I've done. I've done keynote speeches. And like I said, I've trained all over the country. This is a podcast that I did called 3P Theory, and it's a sustainability podcast. And on this podcast, I was talking about how empathy, the one thing that can sustain your teams, your company, things like that, is having empathy. So that was a fun day. That was like almost 3 years ago, actually, that I did that. So this part is just the TG8 way. What is the TG8 way? And just FYI, the TG8 stands for Taylor Girl number 8. I'm the 8th of 9 children, and I'm very proud of being a Taylor girl. My father raised me to be proud of being a Taylor girl. So these are some of the models and some of the things that you'll see within how I deliver my experience. It's very experiential learning. It's adult play therapy. I integrate systems and models to make you, have fun and enjoy. This right here is just some of our clients. So Education is Freedom, which is a nonprofit, State Farm. And then, of course, Dallas Independent School District is one of my clients. Recently, this year, I went to Georgia Power Company and did a retreat for them. And so these are just some testimonials from some of the people that I've worked with. So I'm adding some new ones to my website this year. So this is kind of me in a nutshell. So you'll see a little bit different things on my website this year as far as nonprofits that I'm giving to, other things that I'm a part of. You'll be able to download my actual catalog. So and my my mailer or my newsletter. So I'm excited to see. Like I said in the beginning, God is going to do some. He's going to give me some crazy blessings in 2023. So I'm excited about it. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that.
Of course. I always support.
That's awesome.
Nitishia?
What was the question about my blessings?
Yes, your blessings.
No, I'm the same. Friends and family are really important to me. And like I was saying earlier, I'm thankful every day and not just on Thanksgiving. And I am thankful and I'm blessed that I get to wake up and do the things that I get to do, that I have a job, that I have a roof over my head. And then I get to come home and be creative and do fun things. And that is the center and the root of the majority of my happiness outside of my family, is just being able to express myself creatively. So those are my blessings.
All right. And the last point before I'll let you go, and like I said, just honestly, less than a minute, but the true meaning of Christmas, at least to me, is truly, like we keep repeating, just doing something for somebody else, making somebody else feel, needed or taken care of and embraced for a change. It's already cold during this season. we could use a few less cold hearts. So
That is true.
I love that. I love that. I
Mhm.
think for me, I would say the true meaning of Christmas is finding the time in this crazy, chaotic world and the times that we are living in to tell the people around you, whether they're friends or family, coworkers, whoever, I appreciate you. And finding the time to be together. It is, is at one time where my siblings that are kind of all over the place, that we all say, no, I don't care what you have going on, we will be together for Christmas, and making that sacrifice on whatever you're doing. So finding the time to be together in your face, and you're in my face. So kind of like what you said, not text messaging, not this, but you know um picking up the phone and calling someone. So for me, finding that time to be together, that's the true meaning for me.
I think the true meaning of Christmas for me is the old saying, Jesus is the reason for the season.
amen.
Um,
Amen.
I always told my son about Santa Claus, and he believed in Santa Claus, but he also knew the story of why we celebrated Christmas and Jesus and all of that. And so we do a combination of the Santa and Christ, and making sure, because I didn't want him to miss out on Santa, but I wanted him to know that this is a celebration. This is and so that is the core, that's the center of our celebration. And part of that is always giving back and making sure that I taught him, my parents taught me, their parents taught them about the season of giving back to others, making sure, going to soup kitchens, going to the Salvation Army and helping pack up gifts for the less fortunate. Like, that is kind of the start of the holiday season, which gets me in the mood and wanting, not just, oh, we get to buy presents and da, da, da. That's fun, but also making sure that you're giving back to your community, and that you understand that we are blessed to be able to buy presents and the eggnog and the cookies. And so there are a lot of people that don't have that. And if you have an opportunity to give back, that you should. Um, and so that's kind of the center for our family, is giving back and just being thankful for what we have.
I like it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, ladies, that is all I had. But before I let you go, do you have any plugs for me?
Natisha, I know you got a
So
plug.
I got a plug. So my other job is Creative Ideas, which is a company that I developed that is artwork, earrings, keychains, coasters. It's just whatever creative comes out of my brain. Um, it's fun. It's a way for me to express myself. You can find me on Instagram at creativeideas.nf. Look for the ladybug and check out my artwork and the things I have. Everything is available on my Shopify. I just published my first book, first, but not my only, it's just my
Okay.
first. It's called Soccer Mom. It's currently on Amazon. It should be in Barnes and Noble in 2023. And so I'm excited. It's just the story about me and my mother playing soccer, not necessarily being the parents that drive the kids around, but we are the actual players, and our journey and our story through soccer. And so, yeah, y'all come over to creativeideas.nf and check out my stuff.
All right. Like, I'm gonna try to find it on Amazon real quick so I can just show it. Is it under
You
your
can,
name?
it's under, yeah, Nitishia. I think it's under Nitishia Freeman-Booker.
Let's see.
And while you're looking for that,
Got it.
Chase, I was signing some books when you called when I called in. So you can definitely go get your Jackson Riley book series. on Amazon.com, on BarnesandNobles.com, and it's a kid's book for, I would say, just elementary all the way to like maybe third or fourth grade.
Okay. Thank you.
Did you find
All
it,
right.
Chase?
Yep, I found it.
Awesome. I was trying to send you the link.
I got it. So here.
And my son did the illustration for the cover of the book as well.
Sorry, your son is an artist.
Yes, he is. He's actually going to be on a podcast next, talking about a comic book that he's doing. So
Okay. All right, so this
There it
is
is.
Soccer Mom.
that is Soccer Mom.
All right, so those of you who are joining the show, go grab Soccer Mom.
Please do. It's a really easy read. It's pretty interesting. I think it's fun.
All right.
That's just me.
I think even when you look at the chapter names, it's like it's a great read.
Well, it does say look inside. I wonder if it'll let us. Will it let us?
Does
Okay,
it
well,
let you scroll to the? I don't think so.
maybe. There we go.
I love it, Nitishia. Look at that.
Yay!
All right. A good deal.
There you go. It's only about, I think it's like 200 pages, so it's not too bad.
No, not at all. Not at all. All right. Well, Nitishia, Kendria, thank you both once again, Sisters with Voices, for joining me on Black Mind Chronicles. This was a great, great show and always insightful. As I tell all my guests, insightful, and I always learn something new every time I do a show. So thank you both once again.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
for
us.
having us.
And we'll have to have you on Sisters with Voices. So have a happy holiday,
right.
a safe,
Yes.
restful holiday. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank y'all.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you for joining me for this episode of Black Mind Chronicles. I hope you heard something today that helps put your mind at ease about talking to a licensed professional, or to know above all else that you are not alone. This show was produced and edited by myself, Chase Jackson. Subscribe and download the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. Follow the show on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at Black Mind Chronicles, and on Twitter at Chronicles Black. Email the show at blackmindch@gmail.com. Until next time, this has been Black Mind Chronicles.